Here we have the grid for the third and final race of round 3 of this series.
Max Gagan has had a watershed weekend, certainly been right at the very pointy end across this entire weekend. Got a guy that's doing a lot of racing this year. Lockie Bloxham, not only in the Toyota Series, but is also racing in the Porsche Michelin Sprint Challenge Series, and is doing quite well there as well. Rylan Gray for the On The Pace team. We just had a chat to Rylan before coming to the marshalling area. And Rylan certainly in P3, starting P3 in this one. Oscar Target, the Grove Racing. There is, I guess, one of the more scholarship or academy type situations.
Juniors coming in.
Yeah, when you put Grove Racing on the side of your Toyota 86, and it's in the same logo that they run with their international Porsche program, and of course with the supercar program, you know you're in the mix. So Oscar Target in position number 4.
Jack Westby in 5 and Brady Owen in 6. They had a great stoush in the last race. Cody Bircher, who was seen in Formula Ford as well. Cooper Barnes out of position 8.
Alice Buckley in the 680 racing there in car number 50 out of position number 9. Ryan Thompson for Bondi Carpets, a very iconic type of livery on Ryan's car number 27. I always have great trepidation around the number 27, Gaz. It's Casey Stoner and Alan Jones World Championship number. You're making a fairly broad sweeping statement when you put that number on your race car in Australian motorsport. Ryan Haddon for Zeus Tech out of 11, and then Jordan Shalala, who is racing for Tyler Greenbury Racing, started rear of grid in the last race, so a good charge there.
Charlie Parker, the grandson of Greg Crick, out of position 13, all the way up from Tasmania. Mitchell McGarry is in position 14. Holly Espray from Queensland has improved substantially after a broken drive shaft in the first race, and Tom Davies out of position 16 for BF Racing.
Big field of Toyota 86s as we continue to run through the grid. Salvatore Imbrogno, with a name like that, you're going straight to IndyCars, aren't you, with that one? We'll look forward to seeing that name in Indy Racing. Jordan Freestone for TechWorks Motorsport. There's another one of the big teams being represented there. Shane Nowicki for 99 Motorsport, and Cruz Frost in car number 30. We'll start out of position number 20. The 1 minute board has gone up to the entire field in the marshalling area. 8 laps is the journey.
Yeah, Mason Harvey in another 99 Motorsport machine. Zoe Woods out of TechWorks in position 22. Brock Stinson we've seen as the fastest qualifier, but unfortunately had contact during that race, and Madison Dunstan out of position 24.
Good strong field there, plenty of names that we know and recognise. Zoe Woods, of course, working with Luke Youlden in the production car series last year. Craig Thornton for Thorn Sport and Thorntech in the 71 will start out of position number 25. Herbert Zockling for HG Motorsport, Hadley Green Investment Group out of position number 26. Michael Sherwell for Nova Air and Electrical out of 27. And Marcus Liddell for 99 Motorsport out of position number 28. The guy that dominated round 1 out of 28th in this afternoon's race here at Sydney Motorsport Park. Matthew Hillier for Walkinshaw Andretti United in the number 29, and Benjamin Gomersell. Let's watch the charge. You'd have to say Liddell and Hillier going to have a full head of steam here. How does Liddell go from winning 3 races here to cellar dweller basically in this round?
Well, he didn't have a real flash round down at Phillip Island either, did he?
No.
But they said they had a puzzling engine deficiency, power-wise, after the first race last night. So that probably was manifested at the beginning of the second race, where he pitted basically as the race started. Let's see what he can do in the third one. Here's our track map. And
turn 1, a very fast corner here, and we see on the package there in the background with the 86's cars off left, right and centre. Up to turn 2, the hairpin. Turn 3, very fast up and over the tunnel into 4 and 5. Hard on the brakes at turn 6. Tip it in, balance the car, ease on the throttle, and you've got to get onto the loud pedal hard around Corporate Hill. Fully loaded up.
And then
right where all the electrical towers, right next to your underbrakes.
Hairpin at turn 8 takes you up to the top part of the track where we've got 9, 10, 11, and then that 1 kilometre front straight where engine performance is a priority.
3.93 kilometres, 11 turns. Barton Moore in the 968 track attack car, 119 around here. And magnificent facility, really a jewel in the crown of New South Wales sporting facilities these days. And, well, if the utilisation of it is anything to go by, you can hardly get a day on this track in the next 2 years.
Well, multiple circuits being used as well, because they can break the track up into a north-south, the Brabham circuit, which we see, which is the extra long circuit, and the Gardner circuit, which we're running on this weekend, and mostly run on this circuit.
Yeah, this is the more popular one at national level competition. It gives good continuity to bring national series here and be able to accrue data and it be relevant to the next time the cars come here. Max Gagan leading the field around with Lockie Bloxham, Ryland Gray, Oscar Target and Westbury. Let's see how Westbury handles this one. Been very much, Jack's been very much on the attack this weekend, and really exciting race driver to watch. And a good livery. There's the car there in that white and bright yellow, almost like the Brawn Formula One kind of colours used that Jenson Button used to win his World Championship. But Jack Westbury stands out on track and certainly doesn't leave any stone unturned to try and get the result.
So they will come down and form up on the grid in allocated order. We'll get a green flag at the back, and then we'll be underway for 8 laps.
This is quite a slow formation lap that they're out on there at the moment, just trickling around. It looks like Maxi Gagan starting to just pick up the pace as he takes up his spot. And the cars peel off from driver's right and come down onto the left and right hand side of the track, depending on where their grid positions are. Big field, testament to what everyone's doing in the background with this series. And I guess the dangled carrot, the bait to get yourself a spot in the Toyota Gazoo Racing main event, as we've got a car retiring to
is that Liddell again?
So Marcus Liddell, yes, he's the black and yellow car, and it was a black and yellow car coming down the lane. So, yes, Gaz, I would say so. Perfect lineup there. Yeah, it is the Oxsafe Australia entry car number 99. What a shame. What a shame. Had such a great round one. The all-important man at the back of the field with the green flag. There it is. Look but don't stare at the lights. Find the take-up of the clutch. And we get the final race for the weekend in the Toyota Gazoo Racing Scholarship Series underway. And Lockie Bloxham gets beautiful clutch contact. Ryland Glay heads off the charging Westbury. Westbury jags back to the middle of the track there. Loses a little bit of ground there, but the Grove entry goes through very, very nicely indeed. 36 coming through there. Cody Bircher getting on with it. The 21 just cutting off Westbury there, so giving each other a good chop of the nose there, Gaz.
They did. Target got up to 3rd spot, but in the meantime, Bloxham is, well, was looking like he was going to be in front, but he hasn't. Or he has, he lost the lead.
No, it's Gagan.
Well, Bloxham had it for a moment.
Momentary lead in the race, but Gagan said, "No, I've led most of the laps this weekend. I think I'll keep that one up."
S&P's mine.
Yeah, that's right. Liddell probably could have claimed that a couple of months ago, but hasn't worked that out. Holly Espray getting right into it there in the mid-pack. In fact, that's a good start from Holly Espray, getting up into 13th place. And there is some crowded parts of the racetrack here.
Three wide in turn 6. I don't think it's meant to be 3 wide in turn 6, maybe 2. And around they come, and look at this field of cars.
It might not meant to be, but it certainly got through, didn't they?
Someone got in.
71. That was Craig Thornton. Had
a
nearly
big
ended in
moment
tears, didn't it?
out of turn 7.
Nearly ended in tears there. So everybody settles down for the moment as we get through this complex. 9 and 10. Who gets the best run out of 11? And then the big downhill run as they'll all try and jag in behind each other to get the best tow. And who will pull out to try and get the move done? It doesn't look like anyone yet. It looks like they're all just happy to...
Tyres are still coming up to optimum temperature, of course. It's cooled off a little bit from what we had earlier in the day. A lot of cloud cover now that we didn't have.
And certainly the wind locally has picked up quite substantially. Oh, this off in the dirt. No harm, no foul. Not sure who it was, but certainly kicked up a lot, and they went a long, long way off. Was it the number 50 that went off there? Was it the Alice Buckley? And there's Holly Espray in the 77, getting on with it in the 77 at the moment. Still in 13th, but definitely putting her car into different positions on the track to try and force a move.
Brock Simpson coming from further back. I suspect he may have been penalised for that incident in the earlier race, and that's why he started so far back. So he'll be looking to make up ground. He was the fastest qualifier, as I mentioned before, and he's looking to make up further positions. Currently, he's in 22nd position, so he's picked up some spots. Where's Matt Hillier? That's the other one we should be keeping an eye on.
There's Owen gone wide in the 25. That's a mid-pack battle. There's Buckley, Alice Buckley in the mix there in the bright yellow car. Dean Herridge just reporting that Liddell in the 99 did take the start, rolled out the bottom of pit lane, so has made way onto the track there. So let's hope that some sort of pride can be recovered out of this weekend for Liddell. Side-by-side action now, and we're looking at with Mason Harvey going side-by-side with Salvatore and Brogno in the all-black car there.
And they all find a new windscreen for Mason Harvey's car. It hit a brake marker board last night and smashed the windscreen. Hillier in the background there of this four-way scrap going on.
So Hillier coming from the rear of the grid. There's Shalala as well in the number 5. Very exciting racer there for Tyler Greenberry Racing, Jordan Shalala. Very much exciting focus on that car. Entertainment Plus.
Unfortunately ended up in the gravel trap last night. Got a hit from Harvey.
Alice Buckley into 11th place now, so impressing strongly. There's Buckley there in the number 50, and making up a couple of spots in this early couple of laps, 8 laps the journey, so there really isn't a lot of time to settle in, is there, Gary? It's all about just getting up on the wheel and making the move as it presents itself. Holly Espray puts herself to the inside around Corporate Hill this time, getting quite aggressive here this afternoon. Had a bit of a struggle at Phillip Island, copped some damage there as well. And the 777 now in a very big sandwich of Toyota Gazoo Racing, Toyota 86s, that's for sure.
Broke a drive shaft last night, so that's why she's had to fight her way back up the field.
Jack Westbury, look at that. Excitement plus there, the 36 going along for the ride, which is Cody Bircher. And this is quite the pack. You get the feeling that when you switch on Townsville, it might be some of these names that are on line of stern with each other again.
Well, they could be up amongst the established stars as well, could they not? But it's what's gets me is that most of these competitors have raced XLs. That's been the breeding ground for moving forward.
Mitchell Gary in the 17. There we go, back up to the front end of the field here. That's Target, Westbury, Birchett, Thompson and Haddon. And they're all battling it out for third, fourth, fifth, sixth on the road. So Gagan out in front and setting fastest laps, a 148.8737. And there's only 2 cars on track currently in the 48s, and that's our race leader, which is out in front, and then of course Lockie Bloxham there as well. There we go. That's our two cars that are operating in the 148s.
On the track, there'd be an inner guard by the look of it. That's come off the car.
Sacrificial.
Yeah. It's only there for noise insulation.
That's right. Yeah, the 80s. The 57 there as well. Ryan Haddon just trying to work out where Ryan's found his way to. Position number 8 now. So getting a good look at some cars that have forced their way up through the field. There's the number 50 again, the Castrol entry of Alice Buckley. It's a nice drive. Now this is going to get very willing, Gaz. I can feel as though I'm a great white shark and I'm starting to see the blood in the water here at the moment.
That's Target, Westbury.
I'm probably more like a great white whale, but that's okay.
Burchett and Gray.
Target, Westbury, Bircher. This is very close. Westbury on the attack, looks to the inside. Nice move. It's going to work too. Slides the car around. Gee, in a straight line there, those Dunlop directors come under a lot of pressure, and Westbury is getting a hurry on. Birch is giving Target the hurry on. Gray and Thompson, you get the feeling they're in the waiting room waiting for a Zoom meeting for the boss to let them in. Kids probably do that a lot these days.
I know some other people that do it fairly often.
That's true too. So, this race has not settled down. We've got 5 laps to go. I'm going to say, and I said it earlier in the race, it's probably not going to settle down. It's probably just going to remain maximum attack as we watch Target just try and get the laser out and paint the target on the back of Westbury and do a bit of a Top Gun and fly right on by.
Yeah, still Gagan and Bloxham are basically nose to tail at this stage, so Gagan hasn't been able to get away like he has in previous race. We've just seen him come out of picture there then.
I like the way where there's an opportunity to throw stones rearward, they throw stones rearward just to be off the back of the track. We know the Clark, of course, is watching this. There's a replay there, and that's the 71 of the Thorntech entry, which is Craig Thornton. And just try and work out where Craig Thornton is on the road, currently down in 26. They lost a spot or two there as well. Back at the lead, Max Gagan and Lockie Bloxham. Let's just have a listen to these two as they go through into top gear. Great stuff here on 7+ this afternoon, the inaugural round of the Shannon's Trophy Series. Big congratulations to Motorsport Australia for throwing this whole thing together in such a professional manner.
Weaving, they're all weaving behind him as well. And almost a touch there with Thompson trying to get back up the inside of Target, I should say, getting up the inside of Westbury. Bircher waiting in the wings, as is Gray and Thompson. Thompson's actually dropped off a little bit off the back of this group of 5. Here the tyres squirreling, so the tyres are sort of heading towards the end of their cycle with 3 races in hand. Look at this. They're all over each other. That's Bircher and Gray. Gray now up the inside as they go towards turn 6. He might be able to get away with this one and get the position away. And does so. So Gray moves up a spot. So go out of turn 8 now. There's our race leader still. Gagan, if anything, has put a little bit of a margin on Bloxham. It's out to just over half a second. Come through to complete the 6th lap. And they've got about 2 and a bit seconds over this other group that we've been watching for a while now.
Keep bouncing around through turns 10 up to 11 there as well, sliding sideways. The Dunlops being asked just a little bit too much towards the end of the weekend. 2 laps remaining. Don't worry about it, hang it, get out there, burn them up. You're not going to need them for the next one. As Matt Hillier comes through to take another spot on Matt Hillier. Watch there, Gaz. Whereabouts has he
He's
landed?
16th at the moment.
So got some work to do. Shalala there has also worked very, very hard in the number 5 to try and make up spots.
He's just into 10th.
So that's working. Parker not interested in giving up the spot, but eventually had to. There's the 999 there of Shane Nowicki.
He's moved up quite a few spots.
Yeah, making some good advances there as well.
There is some light at the end of the tunnel for the 99 Motorsport team. They've had a fairly dramatic weekend.
Car number 31 there as well, sporting a non-liveried front bumper from Wars in earlier racing today. 25 down the inside of McGarry. Owen on McGarry. And the Professionals real estate car just holds on. Hillier now, this is a good battle. Just mixing it up with the mid-pack. Oh, connection there between the 25 and the 17. So they remain in mortal combat with Mitchell Gary. And Owen there as well.
Sherwell in the background.
Yeah, again, just circling.
That car, you might remember, had damage in the earlier race today. Ran up the back of Hillier.
In these sprint race formats, there is no time to muck around. There's
blocks him down the outside of Gagan, starting the last lap.
Gagan soaring away at the wheel under brakes there, just trying to keep the car straight. The car lurches all its weight over onto the front wheels and really tests that balance that Toyota have built into these cars.
Bloxham may have got the move done. He comes down the inside to turn 4. They'll go side by side with the advantage going to Bloxham, so he's got the lead on the last lap. Can he hold on to it? No, Gagan fights back, gets it by turn 5. This is a splendid dice between these two.
Lockie Bloxham's left-hand mirror is pointing the right out the wrong way, and
he's not worried about what's behind him at this stage.
Not caring about what's on the left-hand side of the car or rearwards, that's for sure. At the moment, it's all about in the front window.
He'll have another opportunity, maybe down at turn 8 and then up to turn 9. And here he's having another look, but Gagan's not having any of it. He covered the potential move down the outside, which would have put him on the inside to 8. And holds that spot now as they make the final run up to the top part of the circuit, the eastern side of Sydney Motorsport Park.
Max Gagan now just holding station. The charging Lockie Bloxham over the last half a lap or so is pushing hard in the Optian entry. It's a hard run down the hill. Brings it down. Just running through the gears. Gagan gets it to the line and gets the result there. Jack Westbury also in the back there doing some flash photography on the winners in front. So, gee, that was a hard-fought race right throughout the field. Here's Hillier trying to just make up one last spot on the 999 of Shane Nowicki. Davies goes through on Owen. And just a couple of cars there with some second-handish looking bumpers or lone bumpers that they've taken out of the Toyota truck. And that will signal the end of the round 3 of the 2023 Toyota Gazoo Racing Australia Scholarship Series. And I've got to say, Gaz, of the 6 races I've seen of this series, they've never failed to entertain.
Well, I've seen all 9 now, and I think all of them have delivered.
Yeah, and I hope so. I hope they continue to do exactly that. Coming around, just warming it down there on the JB Just Bathroom Wear car of Max Gagan.
Great driving between those two. Gave them each other room to a point.
Interesting, isn't it, that we've had 3 rounds and 3 dominant victors at each of the rounds?
Yeah, I wouldn't call that race dominant, but yeah,
well,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. And when you point to the scoreboard, it comes up like that,
exactly.
doesn't it? Let's have a look at the results for this final race for the weekend for the Toyota Gazoo Racing Australia Series.
Here they go. Final results, race 3.
Fastest lap, Gaz went to Max Gagan, a 1:48.8737. So no real guessing there. Let's have a look. So it was Max Gagan over Lockie Bloxham for the win. And then there we go again. Jack Westbury to Oscar Target, Ryland Gray. Cody Bircher in number 36 there as we continue to roll down through the screen. So Bircher to Thompson, then Haddon, Barnes, Shalala, Parker, Holly Eastbray ultimately recovering to 12th place in 777. Alice Buckley in behind in car number 50. Then Freestone, Nowicki, Matt Hillier eventually home in 16th place there. So made up essentially half the field before the end there. Davies, Owen, Stinson, Sherwell in Brogno, McGarry, Dunstan, Thornton, Frost, Woods, Zockling, Liddell and Harvey. And Gomersell not taking any part in that particular race.
The last three haven't come across the line as yet, so I don't know if they're going to make it or not.
Up next on track is the Mark Cars Australia. I wonder if we'll get a word down there with the podium. It looks like they're all being sent to Parc Ferme, doesn't it? No, some of them are, some of them aren't.
Well, they're all pitting in the garages, so I think just the top three had to go to Parc Ferme.
You can see in the background there the fantastic Race Fuels site here at Sydney Motorsport Park, purpose-built. You can get fuel here now. You can see the yellow Bowsers there with the Sydney Motorsport Park logos on them. You can get fuel here all the time now. It doesn't have to be a circuit race meeting. You can come and get all of your specific racing fuels on pump here ready to go. So really cool that Race Fuels have developed all of that here trackside for, as we touched on earlier, the place getting used pretty much 24/7, but at least daylight hours.
Yeah, well, and night time, because that's why they put the lights.
Floodlights as well, so maybe 24/7, 18/7.
Race Fuel's an interesting story, but we had him on our podcast just recently.
Yeah, certainly a good business. They've got the similar sort of compound at Sandown and also at Bathurst, down at Dean Heritage with the Toyota 86 teams.
Yes, we do in the victory lane here. 3-2-1, we're going to speak to Jack. Congratulations. Big moves to get on the podium. Well done. They must be happy with that.
Yes, very happy with that. Thank you very much. With a race bar pulling up in third place.
You have to hustle these cars hard, don't you, at the end of the day? So, you know, to be able to make those moves, and you've been sort of moving as they've gone through this.
In the first sector, but we've come back good from that, I think. Just picking off a couple at a time during the races, so yeah, couldn't be happier with our result.
Good way to finish race 3 here on the podium. The other boys are having a chat. We're going to grab Lachlan. Lachlan, second again, mate. P2, you pushed pretty hard in that one, though.
Yeah, no, I tried my best to get Maxi, but he's had a flawless weekend. He's perfect driving, and we had a great battle all race long, and yeah, I tried my best but couldn't get him. But congrats to P&K Race Prep as well. We had a 2-3 on the podium, so that's great.
That's the thing, you got to just start pushing together, get this championship together, got to get these sort of results under your belt and make them stick, don't you?
Yeah, that's it. It's all a points game, and if you can keep your nose clean and keep having races like this where, you know, it's good racing, but you just want to finish clean. So yeah, it's great towards the championship.
Congratulations, well done P2. And Max has done the 3-peat. Congratulations, mate. The smile says it all. 3 in a row, look at that.
I know, I had to work a lot harder for that one. Far out. I hope it made good TV because it was going off inside the car. It was awesome.
It's one of the things we love about these cars is the battles and the amount of work you have to do as a driver. You know, the cars are so equal. And this one, like you said, you earned your money on that one, didn't you?
Yeah, Blocky and I had an amazing battle all race. Started to pull away from him in the middle, and then I just made a mistake on that last lap at turn 1, and we were on like, it was crazy. We had a good little battle there side by side for about half the lap, so it was cool.
Were you thinking about the fact this is going to be 3 races in a row, or that was out the window? Or just make sure you stay in front?
It was out the window. Just try and bring the thing home, try and be on the top step. So it was good fun. But yeah, no, thank you to everyone who's made this weekend possible, all my sponsors, everyone. It's been amazing.
It has been amazing. Well done there. 3-peat there for Max here at Sydney Motorsport Park. Up next is the Mark Cars. This is live and free. This is the Shannon's Trophy Series.